All right, guys, welcome back. We're going to get started on the second part of lesson 7 here on page 35. And last time in the first part, we were talking about square equations or equations that have squares in them. And today we're just going to do the stuff that makes you think and the tough stuff here and be ready for our quiz. So here, starting on page 35, we're at number 15. And it says this mobile balances. So we got this thing that balances. This mobile balances too. Okay, so we've got this one that balances. And part A says draw the right number of hearts to make this thing balance. So we need to figure out how many hearts one pentagon equals. Okay, so we need to kind of look at this here. And first thing I noticed is that I have two triangles on each side here, and I have at least two pentagons. Okay, now these cannot cancel each other out. Okay, they can't cancel each other out because that would leave nothing for the heart, and that over here would leave that 3 hearts is 1 pentagon. So what we're going to do here is just maybe try to write some equations here. So I have 2p equals a heart plus 2t. And over here, I have 3 pentagon equals 3 hearts plus 2 triangles. Okay, so really I need to figure out, okay, how many. I have 2 hearts over here, and it would be nice to say that 1 pentagon is 2 triangles, and that 1 pentagon is 1 heart. But if 1 pentagon was 1 heart, all of these would cross out, and these would be nothing. And I know that they're not nothing. Okay, so we know that it's not 1-to-1. Okay, and this really didn't help us out very much. Okay, other than, well, let's see this. What happens if I just subtract the 2 equations? If I take 3p minus 2p, I get 1p, which is what I have right here. I got 1p. And 3h minus h is 2h. And 2t minus 2t, those go away. So it looks like I got 1p equals 2 hearts. Let's check that out. So if 1 pentagon is 2 hearts, so 2 hearts, 2 hearts, this would be, so I'd have 4 hearts. There's 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that must mean that 2 triangles equals 3 hearts. So 1, 2, 3. So 3 pentagons would be 2, 2, 2. So that works. So 1 pentagon is 2 hearts. Draw the right number of hearts to make this balanced. And we just did that over here. We just said that 2 triangles equaled 3 hearts. If a pentagon equals 8, then what are the values of heart and triangle? Okay, so a heart is double this. So if this is 8, then a heart has to be 16. Oh, sorry, I went the wrong way. A heart has to be 4, because if this is 8, this is 8, so 4. If each of these are 4, this is 4, 4, 4, this is 12, so this has to be 12, so triangle is 6. Sorry, that's hard to read. This is 4. Find a classmate who created an equation for problem 12. Ask them to copy their equation here and solve their equation to check and see, okay, so from the other day, you're taking this number and you're from somebody else and you're going to solve it there. Okay. So we'll do that in class. 18. If A plus A equals A, what could you say about A for sure? Okay. So what number plus itself equals itself? The only number that could be is 0. A must equal 0 because 0 plus 0 equals 0. If we go to 1, 1 plus 1 is 2. That's not itself. So A must be 0. If A plus B equals A, what can you say for sure about B? Well, let's put a number in for A. If I have a 2 plus what number equals 2, that has to be a 0. If we try a different number, say 10, 10 plus what equals 10? That's 0. So B must also be 0. Okay. What could diamond be? Okay, so you're gonna, what a number times itself equals itself. So that could be 0 or 1. Okay, you could have 1 times 1 equals 1, or 0 times 0 equals 0. Okay, look down here. A diamond plus a bucket equals a bucket. So this could be any number, but if we're going to take, say, 10 plus what number equals 10, that number's got to be 0. So this diamond must be a 0. What can you say about the value of the bucket? Well, it could be, let's say, 5. This is still 0, and that's true. So a bucket can be any number. If X times Y equals X, what can you say for sure? Think of all the possibilities. So we're thinking positive and negative. Okay. So if let's say X is 5, we need to equal 5. The only way to do that is for a 1 to be here. Okay. If we have a negative 1 times what equals negative 1, that has to be a 1. Okay. But if we look at X being 0, the only way to get 0 is for Y to also be 0. Okay. So X could be, and Y could be 0, and Y is any number. Or Y is 1 and X is any number. Okay, so you got a few possibilities there. All right, 23 looks pretty big. You'll have to look at 2 or more of these equations at a time to figure anything out. Okay, what could pentagon, kite, circle, triangle, and star be if all the shapes are different single-digit numbers 0 through 9? Okay. Well, let's see here. It says we're going to have to look at a couple of them at a time. Okay, so let's just start with these two. Okay, and I'm going to grab some scrap paper here and kind of write an equation for those. So this is 2 pentagon equals a triangle. And this is a, this is a pentagon plus triangle equals a star. Okay, so I know I can take 2p and put it in for t. So I know that p plus 2p equals a star. So 3p equals a star. Whoop. So star is 3p. I know a triangle is 2p. Okay, what else can we say here? Okay, I know right here that a star, so a pentagon times a circle equals 3 pentagons. So if I divide by a p, circle equals 2p. Let's see. I know a triangle is 2p plus 2p. So this is 4p. So what if we just say that this was, let's say a pentagon was 1. Okay. A pentagon is 1. So let's just put a 1 here. Let me grab an eraser so I can erase if we're wrong. Okay, so a kite is 4p, so this would be 4. Okay, and I said that a triangle is 2p, so this would be a 2. A 1 times 2 is not 4, so that cannot be a 1. So let's try to make this a 2. So a kite is 4p, so this would be 8. And a triangle is 2p, so that would be 4. 2 times 4 is 8. Okay, so 4 plus 4 is also 8. This is 2 plus 2 is 4. So far we're doing well. I have a 2 plus a 4 is 6. And I said that a star was 3p. So 3 times 2 is 6. And then last we'd have 2 times, this needs to be a 6. So 2 times 3. And I was off on that circle. Okay, I was off on that circle. So 2, 8, 3, 4, 6. And it looks like they're all different numbers between 0 and 9. Okay, so don't be afraid to, find some relationships and start plugging a number in. If you know that 2a equals 3b and 2a plus b equals 4c, what else can you say for sure? Okay, well, I know that 2a is 3b's. Here's a 2a. So instead of writing 2a, I'm going to write 3b plus b equals 4c. So this is 4b equals 4c. There's a 4 on both sides. I can divide by 4. And I know that b has to equal c. Okay, all I did was substitute. Okay, I took this value in for another value, which is what we kind of did up here with some of those. Okay. Turn the page to 36. Here we've got some mystery grids. Okay, so multiply to get a 7. That has to be a 1 and a 7. Multiply to get 25. I'm going to say 5, 5, and 1 there. And these are the same numbers, so they kind of have to be catty corner. A 1 is here, so this has to be a 7 and a 1. Divide to get 3. That's 3 divided by 1. Well, this needs a 3, so this has to get a 1. Subtract to get 2. I've got quite a few there. Add to get 12 would be 5 and a 7. There's already a 5 here. So 7, 5. I need a 3. So that could be still well, it can't be a 5. So this must be a 1. Multiplied to get 21. That's 3 and 7. There's already a 7 here. So 3, 7. And then 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, 3, 5, 7. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8. We're going to divide to get 3. That's 6 and 2. Multiplied to get 24. 4 and 6. Divide to get 2. That could be 8 and 4 or 4 and 6. Multiplied to get 32. 4 and 8. Multiplied to get 48 is 6 and 8. Okay, I know an 8's going here, so this is a 6. This is your 8. I know a 4 is going here, so this is 8. This is 4. This needs a 2. Divide to get 2. This must be the 4. So this is the 6. This is the 2, 6, 4. Multiplied to get, I got 2, 4, 6. This is 8 and 2. So I got 2, 4. This must be 6 and 8. So 6 and 8, because 8 and 6 right there. This needs to be 2 and 4. So 4 and 2. All right. Getting a little tricky here. Okay, we got 8. 8. Add to get 15. Be 7 and 8. This already has an 8, so 7, 8. We add to get 15 here. Could also be, so 7, 8, or 9, 6. I just plug those in, okay, not knowing. So I'm guessing that this one is 9 and 6. 8, 8, 8. So 8 must go here. I don't know if that's a 9 or 7. Add to get 13. 6 and 7. So 6, 7. So this is 9. 9 times 7 is 63. 9 times 4, no. 54 might be, yeah, 9 times 6. So this is 9. So this is 6, 9. So 9. So this is 8. So this is 9. 9, 8. So this has to be a 7, 6. So 6 and 7. 9, 8, 7, 6, and 9. Okay, so this first one kind of worked out for us. Sometimes you get a little bit lucky. Okay, back to some of these. Who am I? These are kind of old for us. Okay, I am not an even number. So this last one is a 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. At least 2 of my digits are even. Okay, so this one has to be an odd. These 2 have to be even. So that's 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. My units digit is half of my tens digit. Okay, so this one is half of this one. Or this one is double this one. Okay, so this one cannot be a 0. My units digit is half of my tens digit. So 8, half of that isn't over here, so it can't be that one. 6, half of that is 3, so that's good. 4, half of that is 2, so it can't be that. 2, half of that is 1. So this is either 2 or 6, and this is either 1 or 3. So we get rid of all those. all three of my digits are different. Okay. My hundreds digit is twice the sum of my units digit and my tens digit. So if I add these two up, I get double that is this number. So if I take 2 and 1, I get 3. 3 times 2 is 6. If I get 6 plus 3 is 9 times that is 18. So it can't be that. So it can't be 6 and 3. So it's 1, 2, and 6. Okay, 50. So 25 and 25. I know that this is a 1. So they gave us that. Okay, so if I subtract the 1, 25 minus the 1 is 24. 24 and a half is 12 and 12. So 12 divided by 3 is 4. So the clover there is worth 4. So you get a 4. So 12 minus 4 is 8. 8 minus 1 is 7. So a heart must be 7. So 7, 7, 7, 4. And that's it. Okay, moving on to the tough stuff. Here we're bringing back some of this multiplication, and we can do these with those area models. So we have m and 5, 4m minus 7 minus 3m. Okay, now I could have combined like terms here because they both have an m, but I'll just do that in the end. So 4m times m is 4m squared. M times negative 7 is negative 7m. M times negative 3m is negative 3m squared. 5 times 4m is 20m. 5 times negative 7 is negative 35. 5 times negative 3m is negative 15m. So now we look for like terms. I got a 4m squared and a negative 3m squared, which makes a 1m squared. You can kind of mark those out once you get rid of them. I have m, and m. Okay, so 20 minus 15 is 5, and 5 minus 7 is negative 2m, and then minus 35. So m squared minus 2m minus 35. All right, and then this one. So 7b, 2c, 5c minus 8b. Okay, so 7 times 5 is 35bc. 7 times negative 8 is negative 56b squared. 2c times 5c is 10c squared. And 2c times negative 8b is negative 16bc. Okay, now we look for like terms, BC, BC. Okay, so we can start with 10c squared. 35 minus 16. Again, don't be afraid to, use a calculator if you need to. So plus 19bc minus 56b squared. Okay, what could circle, triangle, butterfly, heart, and moon be if all shapes are different single numbers 0 through 9? Okay, well, right here, I've got a few options here. So a circle times a circle equals a circle. So that could be a 1 or a 0. Here, a triangle plus a triangle equals a triangle. The only way to do that is for a triangle to be 0. So then a circle can't be 0, it must be a 1. Okay, so here I've got a butterfly plus a butterfly equals a moon, and a butterfly times a butterfly also equals the moon. If you remember, that was 2 times 2 equals 4. and 2 plus 2 equals 4. So the butterfly is a 2, the moon is a 4. So this is a 2 and a 1. So the heart must be a 3. Fill in the empty spaces. So to get x squared, that's x and x. To get 9 here, that's a 9 times the x. And 9 times 8 is 72. So this is 8x. So we have x plus 9, x plus 8. And if we look here, 9 plus 8 is 17. Okay, so that works out. All right, that is the end of lesson 7. So you now should have all the knowledge to fill in your additional practice here. It is only one page, A through J here on page 37. So once you get that filled in, then you will be free to take your quiz. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. We only have one more lesson, lesson 8. So make sure you're keeping up with the quizzes and getting them filled out. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. See you in the next one.